Alright, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name's Elliott and you're watching Rickety Ski Reviews. Today we're going to be going through and answering your questions. Obviously it's summer, there's not a lot of skis to review right now. I do have a couple of kind of products that are not ski specifically, but actually some ski gear. I'm not paid by any of these brands, but I am looking at testing a few different things. So you may see those in the next couple of months, but I don't know, I thought I'd try something different. I don't tend to review ski gear, but I figure, hey, why not? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's look at your burning, dying questions. As I always say, summer is the best time to buy skis on sale. So hopefully you guys find this helpful and it helps you while you're out there looking for deals. As always, I will put links down below to any relevant skis I'm talking about. If you found this video helpful towards your own ski purchase, please consider using that link. It directly supports the channel without costing you any extra money. So that's a free way to support the channel financially. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. Also, if you have a question, I do try to comb through them in the summer, but in the winter when I'm really busy, I don't tend to get to them unless you're a channel member. So if you have a burning question and you really want it answered, there's no guarantee that just emailing me will get it answered. Whereas if you're a channel member and you send me an email saying, hey, channel member here with a question, that is a much better way of getting your question answered if you really want it answered. I think they're about $3 a month. I probably get like $1.50 of that after Google's done with it. So, you know, I mostly just do it to filter it out because I get so many questions and it's hard to reply to emails. I found myself one night just replying to emails all night rather than editing my video. So I just have to do that to kind of filter it out because I get so many questions. All right, the first email comes from Jackman Wu. He says, Dear Elliott, I'm a channel follower of yours, loved your channel and ski reviews. I'm a beginner skier who's still working on perfecting my parallels. Past the point of doing wedges and still not skiing confident parallels, and looking for a pair of skis that kind of grow with me. However, reviews on beginner and intermediate skis seem to be lacking or vague. Most reviews I get to find for each ski, I'm interested in kind of saying things like, these skis are great, while the cons were like obvious cons like, these skis should stick to groomers, which gets me confused. Best shot I got for reviews was Snow Online. I only stick to groomers currently and I'm looking for piece skis that are 70s width. Sadly, I live somewhere that doesn't show and go to Japan annually for skiing. Some skis I've been interested in, Volkl Flare 76, Elliott 147, Rossignol Nova, Elon Wildcat, Elon Primetime. I'm a short person, saying 156 centimeters, so women's skis seem to be the only ones that have my length. The ski technology that each ski advertises confused me a lot as well. For example, Rossignol LCT or Elon Amphibio Profile. Hard to understand the pros and cons for each tech. I would be grateful if it is possible for your previous advice on choice of skis or any suggestions on how to pick one. Jack, that's a great question. And what you're talking about with vagueness of ski reviews is kind of across the board for all different ski levels. I will say I haven't skied on beginner skis in a long time, so I may not be the best point of information. My understanding is with a lot of beginner skis, they're not doing anything too fancy. They tend to be pretty soft because beginner skiers aren't putting a ton of pressure on the downhill ski. They tend to like be pretty easy to turn because they're really just trying to get you, like you said, from wedging to turning with the shape of the ski. So they're honestly missing a lot of technology on purpose because they don't want it to be overly complicated. So that's kind of on purpose that you're seeing a lot of that. Obviously every brand wants to sell something, so they're gonna like throw some kind of gimmick in, but in my experience beginner skis don't tend to be too different. The other thing you're asking is you want a ski that's gonna grow with you. That ski doesn't really exist. Most skis, once you get from intermediate into advanced, are doing different things. They are trying to like give you a strong platform for your downhill ski. They are trying to like set up good carving. They may have flotation depending on if they're like an all mountain ski. Each ski serves a purpose, so unfortunately there is no ski that will really grow with you, but there are skis in the intermediate category that can kind of help guide you into turns. Here's a good example. A good intermediate ski to advanced ski, I think, is the Elon Ripstick. Because of that asymmetrical shape, it kind of starts the turn for you. Same for the Atomic Redster Q8.7. Kind of described that was a ski that felt like it was on autopilot. It kind of starts its turn for you. Even when you get into like the expert skis like a Fisher Ranger, I feel like the Fisher Rangers really initiate turns well for you. So it just depends. I would say as you get better, I would look at a pair of ripsticks. I would look at a pair of the Atomic Redster Q 8.7. They call it a cheater ski, and that's for a number of reasons, but it's really like a strong, fast ski for groomed runs that's gonna start the turn for you. But if you're in the beginner to intermediate kind of spectrum of that, I would hold off. But really, there is no perfect magic ski that's gonna grow with you as you go. I would just be like, okay, we're gonna get a pair of beginner skis, maybe go and demo some. A lot of the rental shops have beginner skis because that is who is trying skis for the first time. Get a feel for what you might like within that range. And then once you start to get like every turn is parallel, you're starting to play with pressure of your downhill ski, then start looking at some of those Elan ripsticks that are gonna kind of start setting up the turn for you. I wish that there was like a magic ski that's gonna like perfectly grow with you as you go, but as per most sports, that just doesn't exist. I hope you found that helpful. I know that there's not a lot of resources. That's why I'm trying to do these ski reviews, because I just found that they weren't very effective, or there's a lot of people like, oh, this is the greatest thing, we got the Amphibio technology, we got this. I'm glad you like the channel. I am glad you found it useful. If you check out my how to carve video, I would definitely recommend that. I think it's a really good primer for you. Obviously nothing's gonna replace a lesson, but it's good to get an idea of what you're working towards. And thank you so much for your email. I hope that helped. All right, the next email comes from Michael Stewart. It's titled, A Great Price on the Kendo 88. Hey Elliott, a big fan of your YouTube channel. In the past, I think you have deleted my comments about ski deals on websites where you do not have an affiliate code. No problem, I don't care. I want you to make money. The Kendo is $350 in the 170 length. Great length for a front side oriented all mountain ski. Maybe slightly short, but should decrease weight and make it more snappy. And then it links to Ski Essentials. I don't delete comments like that. I don't delete comments at all if I can help it, unless they're like really offensive or they're just like attacking my appearance and they're not really relevant. But I love it when you guys post deals. You know, if I really cared about making money, I would only make those ski deal videos in the fall and winter, because that's when skis are full price. Right? If the affiliate codes are a percentage, a very small percentage, so the more you spend, the more I would make. But I don't care about that. That's not how I shop for skis. That's not how I would want someone to like help me with skis. So I care more about you guys getting a good deal than I do about it. Now, if you have the option to go between an affiliate or a non-affiliate, obviously it financially supports me. Like, and you're, you know, I appreciate that. Like, I would lean you guys that way if you're gonna shop at Evo versus any other like online seller that I'm not affiliated with. But at the end of the day, like, I just want what's best for you guys. Probably what happened to your comment, YouTube will sometimes automatically delete comments if they are taking you away from YouTube itself. I think it's kind of a spam filter where, you know, it doesn't want bots going through and like trying to get people to buy stuff or sending spammy links. So it's probably just an automatic filter on YouTube, but that's nothing for me. I don't really care that much. I don't want to deter you guys from getting good deals. In the past, I've even recommended Ski Essentials deals to you guys because, you know, I just wanted you to get a good deal. That being said, I don't still put links to Ski Essential products, and the reason being just because it's a lot of work to comb through all of the deals and like give a mini review of each ski as I go. I tend to do those videos just kind of as a labor of love once a month for you guys of like, hey, here are good deals, here are skis I bought. I just got a pair of Look Pivot 18s that I had recommended before. I'm usually just doing it as I'm shopping for myself and things I want to buy or review for the winter. So I have done it in the past. I've reached out to Ski Essentials several times about trying to do an affiliate link, like, hey, you know, do you guys just want to match what Evo or Backcountry does? And I've just kind of gotten no progress on it, or like no real traction there. So I'm not planning on making any Ski Essentials promotional videos. It kind of feels like would just be doing work for free for them. Like, they do their own sales, they have their own deal videos that you can go through. And honestly, I really love the partners that I do work with. I personally buy things from all of the affiliates that I use. I have never actually ordered anything from Ski Essentials, so I don't know. I have friends that have. My dad just bought a pair of skis at their tent sale, so I think that there's some good deals. But if you're ever wondering why I'm not linking a bunch of Ski Essentials stuff, it's mostly just because it's like, if they're not gonna support the channel with the affiliate codes, it doesn't make any sense for me to keep breaking my back. And there are so many other retailers over there that I really love. Evo.com, the best customer service I've dealt with. I got my boots warrantied and they were like, okay, we're gonna place a pair aside for you while Atomic goes through their warranty because we don't want you to miss out, or we don't want your size to sell out. And they did that because the boots that I had bought were cheaper than you could buy them now, so they didn't want me to miss out on that money by just getting a cash refund. They didn't have to do that. They, you know, it wasn't in their best interest to do it, but they still did it, and I'm super happy with Evo and Backcountry and all my other partners, so I don't know, it just seems like a better use of my time. Same for Utah Skis. They give me the highest percentage and they seem really focused on supporting creators. So that's what I'm gonna do. If Ski Essentials wants to set up an affiliate program with me, I'm super open to it. So, you know, I have nothing against that. I'd be super into it. But for right now, I'm gonna focus on the affiliate partnerships we have currently because they have been A+ great, and I've always found the best deals to be through those anyway. I think I've said in the past, but Ski Essentials tends to have some really good deals when you're getting bindings mounted. A lot of times people will do the math and Ski Essentials might look more expensive, but if you need bindings mounted and they're able to do that, usually you can get a great deal. So I've got nothing against Ski Essentials. I don't know, I'd rather do work towards the brands that we're already connected with rather than the ones that we're not. But great question, and like I said, I didn't delete your comment. That sounds like a ton of work. It's probably just Google being weird with links. All right, the next comment comes from our channel member, Dwayne Enarian 3716. Sorry if I butchered your name, I'm pretty sure I did. They say, so Octo is $899.99 at Evo. I imagine I should not run out and grab it at that price. No. And then they commented on their own thing. You got to stop reviewing such great skis. This may be too exciting to pass up. Smiley face. You know what? You do you. I have my own problem making impulse purchase on skis. I can't tell you what to do. I will say I always recommend people try things before they buy them. So if you are able to test Black Crow's Octo skis, then I would definitely do that before you purchase them, just to make sure you like them and that they suit you. I would rather have you be happy. But that being said, they're the ski that I'm most excited for in 2025. I think it is just going to be a smash hit. I think the other thing I could say is if you like the Meier core but felt like the tails were a little too washy or they couldn't hold you as well, the Black Crow's Octo is probably going to solve that problem for you. At least it did for me. I love the Black Crow's Octo. If I could like snap my fingers and I own a pair of skis randomly, that's what I would snap my fingers for. It's just one of my absolutely favorite skis. Should you buy it? I don't know. That just depends. I'm not gonna like blow smoke and tell you need to buy something. I always recommend trying something. If you've tried the Meier core, that's probably enough information to tell you whether or not you'll like the Black Crow's Octo. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. I am an impulsive person with ski purchases, but that doesn't mean you should be. Great comment though. Dwayne always has A+ comments, so yeah, I think that's a great question, Dwayne. You gotta make that decision for yourself. And speaking of channel memberships, if you'd like to support this channel, we have memberships down below. They are like as cheap as I could set them pretty much. I don't really do it to make money. I do it primarily because it helps filter out questions, because if I answer every single question, it'd be too much. So thank you to channel members for supporting this channel directly. If you want a free way to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I hate asking for that, but it does help a small channel like mine grow. So please consider doing that if you're enjoying this video. Anyway, let's get back into it. All right, this next comment is by Beiji Hu. They say, how cold does it actually get in the US that you need to wear down clothing while skiing? Shocked emoji. I'm skiing mostly in Austria, and cold days are usually no more than -25 Celsius or -13 Fahrenheit. So clothing is not a big issue. The merino base layer plus merino fleece jacket, uninsulated shell jacket, plus lightly padded soft shell pants, and you're good. When it's warmer, like 0 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, I usually drop the fleece jacket from the setup. In spring conditions, 25 Fahrenheit, just base layer plus fleece, letting the wind through and keeps you cool. Yeah, that's a pretty similar climate to how it is in Idaho, which is fairly warm. Utah can get a little bit colder because they've got high winds. I've been up at Snowbird and had it be a little bit cooler than that. But let me tell you how it is in Vermont. In northern Vermont, the coldest I saw as a kid would be like -40. It can get that cold. It can get that far down. Now that's normally at night. That's normally not when you're skiing. But in ski conditions, like with wind and everything, you can see it as cold as -30 Fahrenheit. Typically it'll get up into the -20s, -10s before too long, but that's the absolute coldest I've seen it. And as somebody who ski raced and had, like, you know, your GS suit and you had to strip down, you really feel it. It is no joke. The down really does make a difference at those temperatures. Just a fleece under a shell is, for Vermont, usually enough, but in those extreme colds, up at like Jay Peak or Burke, you could see it as low as -30. Even in extreme conditions, -40, but the chairlift usually closes or people don't go out in those conditions. A lot of what you really have to worry about is your fingers and your toes and your cheeks getting frostbite because it's permanent nerve damage. So you come in after 1 or 2 runs, kind of get everything flowing again. But it's no joke. It really does get that cold in Northeast Vermont. In Idaho, no, you don't need any of that. I mean, maybe once in a while it'll be 0 or below, but that's very rare. Again, all Fahrenheit. Measuring in Freedom American units, which I know stinks. I like metric myself, but that's just what we're working with. Yeah, you're gonna see it get not too cold. Usually I'm just too hot in Idaho. But where I'm from, it's no joke. It's really, really cold. And as soon as you start to see little white patches under your cheeks, you gotta go in. You gotta avoid frostbite. So the down actually is really important. My mom worked in the ICU at the hospital, and they used to have a saying, cotton kills, because as soon as that cotton got wet for Vermonters, it could do a lot of damage. But anyway, that's the end of the video, because actually my laptop died. That's a good reason to be done. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. That's a free way to support this channel. I will have links down below to all the skis I talked about. You know, if you're searching for skis, which if you're smart, now's the time to be looking at them, please consider using those links. It's a free way to support the channel, and it really does directly help me. It's about 30 or 40% of the revenue I get from this channel. So, you know, if you're already spending the money anyway, please consider doing that. But as always, don't go out and buy something you don't need. That's not what I want. As always, thanks for being here. More than anything, just I appreciate the time you guys take to watch my content. It means a ton to me. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.